like I wanted to hold her, but they said you can't. She is been given some medicine, so she's a little bit, sedated. So we waited, and then we were called in. We were given in like about 20 minutes of walking of the things that itemized items that they would treat her with. And then they said, this is the cost of it. And we were like, okay. And they said, like, now we're going to do the blood cells. So that was another 2 hours that went by. So that was a long day. It was okay because we were right outside waiting for her. When we come out, we find that we are given 10 minutes to come in the process, and the admin on the wet assistant comes and helps us, tells us like we're going to inject her with this medication, the dialysis bag, and this is how you inject her, this is how you hold her nerve, this is how you find the skin, and this is how you inject her. And these are the three different medications. One is for liver supplement, kidney supplements, and to help her anxiety or pain. That's a whole lot of about the sum was coming up to almost $3,000, and they said you have to come back in 3 weeks again for these checkups and these medications. And we were like, okay, well, what can we do today to give her if she's in pain or if anything is going on? I mean, the growing realization of her speaking to me all this time, and because I was not aware maybe, but I couldn't understand that her need for thirst was because she was dehydrated. And what I realized is that the moment came when now the time of medications came and all that. She's already sedated, right? Going home. What I had that moment was all these medications. I'm thinking, like, okay, they're going to help her. So I get half of the medications that is good for the next 3 weeks. And I come home. And the first week, I'm giving her these medications by forcing on her, by putting these pills in her mouth, putting this liquid injection in her mouth, putting a dialysis injection in her spine in the shoulder blade area. And, while I was doing that, I was crying. I was frustrated because I was understanding that this is hard. How can I give her pain when I've never heard her in pain? And the conscious decision of like, is she dying? Do I want to keep her? Because if I'm keeping her, this is suffering. So what happened was suddenly her decline in her health happened right after the visitation in vet's office. And the hope was that the medications would help, but actually it went the other way around. And witnessing this pain that she was going through physically, where her limbs are swollen, she's throwing up, she's puking, she's vomiting, she's not eating, and it's all just medications, medication. She's literally living, existing. She's not even living. She's not even able to say meow. Uh, she's, I felt because the vets gave me that it's a false hope. Maybe I remember thinking maybe just one more week, maybe she'll bounce back. Um, but the truth is that she wasn't here anymore with all those meds. Her body was, but her soul, her spirit, her energy was just like, like I don't know who Isabella is, and I feel that I can't fix her or save her, but I have to let her be in her free spirit, who she is, Isabella, the queen. Her body was there, but her spirit was not. And I don't know how many people of you who have furry babies or have felt that disconnection with your own best friend. Um, it's hard to see because it's almost like, what could you do to save this soul? But at the same time, you also realize 20 years is a long time. And she's given me so many amazing lessons and life experiences, and she's my best everything. And I just feel like at this point I have made the conscious decision, which I feel, which is my name is Karuna, and my goal is to practice compassion, right? So I have to do that with my person, who's my four-legged friend. Because I love her so much, I don't want to drug her. Because I think that in the end, there's a saying that to allow the life progress is best as it is in her natural form. And transitioning from the body, going to the higher realm, should be without any human force. And if she is going, I'd rather let her go enjoying herself, scrubbing on the floor, doing meow, just whatever, wake me up in the middle of the night and just like however she wants to be. I'm here to be of service. And I would like to know, in this presence of pain that I'm experiencing, I'm really open to talk and discuss or learn about your grief, your discomfort, because there's a difference between saving and supporting, right? And I will want to allow life and death to unfold with dignity and love. So I'm making that conscious decision to let Isabella transition slowly as she likes. She's a strong-willed person, as soul, I would say. She's a fighter. Like in last 4 days, I have not given her no medications. So I'm excited because she's back. Her eyes are light up. Her spirit is back, and she's enjoying the treats. She's playing with her toys. I'm happy to see that choosing this presence over avoidance, which is also, it hurts. But again, how grief has cracked open me today to do this live. I think I'm living more fully today because of her. Um, she is the purest form of compassion in my life, and she has helped me see the value of practicing compassion daily with not only ourselves but anybody that we come across is so important, because in the end what you have is memories. You don't have the voice, the sound, the touch, but you have memories and the laughter that you can think about, or the tears you can think about, joy, hopefully. So I'm gonna share some of the stories if anybody has shared, but I want to catch up on some chats over here. If anybody would like to join in live, I hope I can end, and I mean I can bring on them. But hi, I want to say hi to Gypsy Medicine Woman. Thank you. Wood, happy to be here with you. Yes, I am very happy to have you here. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. And I want to give a shout out to Gypsy, um, Harley Q, and my mom. Because of them, I have been able to really come out of my shell and do live. Um, I, in the meantime, will read the comments that I have here, but I will leave you as my audience and viewers to explore these things and share with me. The part that I'd like to know is, have you ever had to choose presence over control in grief, in love, or in letting someone go? What did that moment teach you? I will put that question here, and I would love to know your thoughts, because I really think it's an evolution for time, again, like evolving spiritually for me in a never ending transitions of life that we go through. But I'm going to read the comments here. So I have Gypsy Medicine Woman Isabella, we all love you. Yes, thank you again. We are so grateful and thankful for all the love you have shared with Karuna. Oh, thank you. Kim, I am so happy that you're sharing this. Thank you again, Kim. K-pop Queen, hi, I saw you earlier today. Happy to be here. Thank you for coming, and always welcome. Hi, Mom. Hariom. Uh, and then nice memories. Yes, absolutely. I'm making a video for her. She's alive, which is amazing because I'm gonna have someday with her. I'll bring her. She's at my mom's tonight, but I'll bring her, and I want to celebrate her life. I want to do the tribute. Um, Gypsy, Gypsy Medicine Woman shared, I lost my little Yorkie at the age of 3 years old. She passed away in my arms. I It's hard. I'm not able to still imagine that for myself, but I'm ready mentally every day telling myself that my gaze to her gets longer in time. Um, so thank you for sharing that. And K-pop Queen shared, yes, I think you're making a great decision for your friend. Absolutely, yes. she's happy also. I, communicate with her. With animals, we communicate with energy, right? Or like there's just that bond, it. So, and Isabella is a cookie, tough cookie. And Gypsy medicine woman shares 3 months later, she came back, and the dog I have now, Nia. So she only lost her body, not her spirit. She came back. That is so beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. I do believe that, Gypsy woman. I do believe that. I do. I do. Thank you again for your sharing. I'm shivering as I'm talking because it is something so personally for me, because pretty much people who've known me, they've known how much Isabella means like the rock to me. um they say in life you have sometimes a teacher, they come in any form, and she is my teacher. And I would say that I have learned how to have boundaries, loyalties, and commitment, and really being there and fighting to be there, to with the person you love, you want to fight for them. And she has shown me those things and taught me those things, and I'm always going to be grateful for her. um but again, I am keeping this live really short, only because I just wanted to do a little bit of Isabella love and life and celebrate. And in the meantime, I also want to throw in something that if you are trying or you're going through a journey that has reminded you of how healing is important, I have also worked on something such as reminds me every day why I create not just products, but portals for healing, peace, presence, and connection. I mean, if you want to explore some more heart centered creation, you're welcome to visit karunacreates.com. Um, Again, because my Isabella is a part of my life, she has experienced, inspired me, and given me this hope. Um, but again, all I'm trying to do is create a healing space to talk about how how do we control grief, or how do we choose presence over control of grief that we are going through, and how do we let go of them when they're loved so much, and what moments all these experiences are teaching me. um, but I just wanted to say thank you again, everybody, for sharing the space and listening and sharing your stories. Wonderful. I'm just understanding that presence is not passive, it is not sitting silently while someone is suffering. Presence is a choice to show up, to fully be there, raw and vulnerable, even if you don't know what to do. And that's probably what it is right now about this life. Um, and again, I want to leave you all with a quote: compassion cannot arise in distraction. And that has become my mantra. I couldn't offer real love while numbing out, had to look at her, feel the grief ahead of time, and let her go consciously. The insights that I get from this are, she taught me how to live by how she died. That's the paradox, because she's alive. And I want to know more about, I think I have Gypsy Woman, Renu, and Kim. I want to share Kim's stories too here. Thank you, Gypsy Woman. You shared here, love will always be with you, her spirit will always be near. Thank you. And then Kim shares, I have had to choose love. In love, to choosing presence over control means allowing someone to be exactly who they are, even if they leave, even if it hurts. Very true. Thank you for sharing. And in love, I have learned to stay open hearted rather than trying to shape the relationship into something safe. Thank you, Isabella Love. This is all Isabella Love, and I really appreciate it. But let's get into something fun because Isabella's fun. She's not a boring person. She's a really fun and interesting queen. So I want to know is what have our pets or your pets have taught you about love or presence? Um, I mean, I know I see Kim's answer now. I've learned to stay open hearted rather than trying to shape. Okay, I read that. Um, would you be all open to do a 2 minute, like a meditation, like just 2 minutes, a silence meditation to raise some vibration for healing energy for our animals and the mamas and the papas of the animals so they get some rest and are also doing well. So maybe for like 2 minutes, I can say, uh, I want to hold space. I want to close my eyes, place my hand on my heart. Let me breathe in and slowly notice where I'm in this moment. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Now feel your breath, feel your emotions, and can you just sit there with yourself in this one breath with full presence, no fixing, just witnessing is compassion to self. Thank you, everybody. I wish you all a very, very good evening and hope to continue creating more topics and more talk about our animals or anything that you recommend. But I will come again next week. Thank you.